I'm Rosalina Capelli. You can call me Rose. I am part-time tech, part-time fitness teacher, but mainly just a yogi at heart.
What did you bring us to drink today?
These are my C2O coconut waters. I used to be obsessed with these when I first started teaching because they have a lot of electrolytes. Do you like mango?
I gotta say I'm a mango girl.
Okay.
Coconut water is just one of my favorite things to hydrate with.
Do we get to cheers?
We do get to cheers.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, this is great too because we're about to sweat a lot in class.
Mm-hmm.
So
What is your creative edge?
keeping it very real and always being myself because that's what's going to bring me to the places that I'm supposed to be in.
What does that look like? What does that actually feel like?
Doing the things that maybe don't feel safe just to see, and then it like builds this more creative layer that you can play with because you didn't play it safe.
What kind of made you realize that this was your unlock to greatness?
On all respect to Solid Core, like it really is an incredible brand, and I learned from it. It's insane what she built as a business, as a company. Like,
And for people who don't know what Solid Core is,
Solid Core is strength training on a reformer. I got to be part of the founding coaches when it was opening here in San Diego. It's a very difficult thing to teach. It's hard. It's hard to be a Solid Core coach. You got to be sharp. You got to be quick. And not to say that I wasn't those things, but they have a very specific like brand that they follow, which is why they're such a strong brand. And I like to do things my way. And my mom always says, like, I never really liked playing by the rules.
at what point did you realize that it just wasn't the right fit for you?
Well, I guess to keep it so real, like I was put on a PIP. And I was actually I went away to Bali to do my 200-hour training for my 30th birthday. That was my gift to myself. And while I was there, I get the emails. And I'm like full Zen mode. And then I get these emails. Like, you failed your evaluation again. And this is your performance plan. That it's a 4-week thing. And I opened this document. And like, I kid you not, it was like pages of like feedback and all these action items and assignments. And I was just like, I know in my heart, if I cared enough about this thing, I would put in the work. I would do it. I don't think it's for me. And I think I need to stop like forcing it. And it's okay to step away and it not feel like a failure. But then I was not teaching anywhere. Like at that point I was like, okay, now I'm here in Indonesia. I'm about to turn 30 and I'm not an instructor anywhere. Because I kind of dropped everything to do that one thing. So that's why it felt like a failure, because it was like, I'm here, I made it, and now I'm just gonna like walk away instead of like trying harder. But I think it's like all a learning lesson. Like I got to reframe my mind to be like, you learned so much from doing this thing. You put in that effort doesn't just like dissipate. So now I get to take that with me. And now my yoga classes are more like strength based. I know so much about anatomy, about our muscle groups. It can be more intentional. I can be more motivating. I have better cueing techniques, like all those things that I wouldn't have had if it wasn't for Solid Core. So
From your perspective, like it doesn't seem like once you reflected on it that it was lost time. It almost like has fueled you.
yeah, it's like planting a garden. That you plant your garden and some things like aren't gonna grow. Like not everything's going to come to fruition or bloom. And that's fine. You can still plant new seeds. You can still do new things. Like there's things you can do to change it and like make the garden grow. So you just have to figure out like what those right things are.
I feel like that's what the core of what you're talking about, of like listen to your gut, find the way to be real with yourself to really figure out why something feels off.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
For you, what was that moment where you were like, this is starting to feel like me?
Yeah, literally a friend just reached out, someone I don't even hang out with regularly, and was just like, hey, do you want to go to this class? And my friend who I did my original, like my first teacher training with for my sculpt training 2 years ago was the teacher. And it was just like, that's a sign. And I loved her class. I love the space. It just like, I feel like when those little things happen where you feel like a little thing and you like turn on and just even like that inner child, that like that excitement where you're like, like this just feels so good. And she was like, why don't you come teach here? Like, we're looking for sculpt teachers. And I was like, I haven't taught sculpt in a year, but yeah, I'll give it a go. And then I was able to bring everything I learned in Bali, everything I learned at Solid Core, like into these classes. And liberation was my word for this year. So it felt very right that I was able to like fully like liberate and teach a class that like I would want to take and not something that I was like being told that I had to do.
The word liberation, I really want to talk about. When you think about that word and what it's meant to you, yeah, where does it kind of like stem from?
I think sometimes like we all put on ourselves like certain expectations, or this is what I'm going to do because this is what other people do. Like, I think liberating myself from that, all that bullshit, and just being like, I have to just do what I want to do, and the right people will find me. What is for you will not miss you. You got to trust that. Like, you have to. Even when things don't work out, it's like, that didn't work out because it's not for me. Yeah, even being like a 30-year-old single girl, I'm like, there's no timeline.
What helps you to not really care about the opinions that much?
When you realize that people aren't thinking about you, they're thinking about themselves. When you go to the gym, everyone's looking in the mirror at themselves. They're not looking at you and seeing what set you're on, what rep you're on, what weight you're lifting. Like, they're looking at themselves. So doing things as if nobody's watching, like posting online or teaching class or like giving that presentation or just wearing what you want to wear. It doesn't matter. Do you like it?
What has been your outlook with music and your classes and the kind of energy that you try to bring in?
Music is everything. Everything. When I design a class, I pick the music first and then I pick the movements. It's what makes it more fun. It's what makes it an experience rather than just like a class. And there's also so many studies, like music increases our endurance by 30%. Music, if you listen to music that you listened to when you were like 14 years old, it literally like hits things in your brain that release dopamine and make you happier. Like, that's incredible.
Bringing out that inner child in yourself too is like so important.
I think when you find something that you really love, learn as much as you can about it. Like, there's no limit. Our brains are just limitless. Like, we can just keep fucking learning. Like, that's so sick. And so like taking advantage of that and learning as much as you can, learning from people that you admire and look up to, sign up for the trainings, invest the money and time. It's worth it every single time.
I love your perspective on this for so many reasons, but just going back to like, no amount of time is lost. Like, you're never losing time by trying something new because you can bring that into everything that you're doing going forward. Every opportunity is a new chance to grow and be the teacher that you want to be.
Yeah. Being a student is like number one. Being a student and just always learning is going to make anybody the best teacher in whatever their craft is. And I feel like that's pretty known, but I think reminding ourselves of that is also really important.
Now we're going to shift into our Fast Five segment to get to know a little bit more about your daily routines and rituals that help you feel successful.
Okay.
Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Ugh, night owl, unfortunately for me. Yeah.
Is it, I don't know, is it the Italian DNA?
Probably.
Maybe it's the espresso at night in our veins. I don't know. What do you typically have for breakfast?
I eat the same thing every day. One golden kiwi, avocado, Ezekiel bread, egg, a pile of arugula, like breakfast salad.
You have a really well-rounded breakfast.
I try to be.
It's a great way to start.
Yeah. I love eating healthy, but I also am like, my friends call me the sugar monster. Like, I love a sweet treat.
What's your favorite hobby right now?
Dance. Dancing, shaking ass, twerking, going to cardio, dance classes, heels classes, ecstatic dance. Like, when I dance, I literally feel alive. You don't have to be good at dance also. Like, I feel like humans just are supposed to be dancing. So, and we hold stuff in our bodies and you got to shake it out. So
give a little shimmy.
Yeah,
give a little shake to
get
that
it
ass.
out. Yeah.
What is your favorite self-care ritual?
Bubble baths with magnesium salt, like always.
I love a good bubble bath.
Yeah.
My final question is, who do you go to for advice?
The first thing that popped in my head is my mom. But honestly, I think sometimes I've learned to sit on things, meditate, sit in silence with myself and get comfortable with like leading myself and trusting my own intuition, because people who love you will give you advice, but like only you really know. Like, and you have to listen to your gut, and sometimes you got to cut out that noise.
Amen, sister.
Amen.
Thank you so much for coming on Creative Edge. We got to tell the people what to do. They got to click the video up there, smash the like button, subscribe so they don't miss out on the next Creative Edge.
Cheers.
Thank you, Rose.
You're the best.